What's up, Peep Squad? Peep Squad is in the building, baby. What's going on? Please like, comment, subscribe, share the video. It'll be greatly appreciated from the bottom of my heart. My peeps, my peoples. Let's get into the situation. Let's talk about Porsha Williams. It is going down because it seems like Andy is spilling some tea about Porsha and also spilling a little bit of tea about Real Housewives of Potomac and also Married to Medicine. But before we get into Porsha, and Porsha probably is going to have a new show. It seems like Andy kind of confirmed that, but we're going to get into it. But first, we're going to start off with this situation. So Andy said he just seen the first episode of Real Housewives of Potomac, and he said he enjoyed it. He said he loved it, but, you know, he got to say that too as well. And also, Andy was asked about the new cast member, Mia Thornton, and he didn't confirm or deny whether she was a new cast member of Real Housewives of Potomac. So we're going to see what goes down and what happens in this situation. And let's get down to the situation of Andy talking about Married to Medicine. He said he is filming their reunion this Thursday. So the reunion from Married to Medicine is going to be on Thursday. And Andy says he loves Married to Medicine because some of the people said that they love Married to Medicine too as well, because Andy Cohen was on live with the people, and he also went live with T.S. Madison. So let's just get down to the situation. Ooh, Married to Medicine is going to be on and popping. So let's talk about Andy and the Porsha situation. So in any event, Andy was asked by T.S. Madison what he thinks about the Porsha situation, and Andy responds and he said, I text her as soon as I found out and I heard the news. Andy said he was just so excited for Porsha when he texted her. I was like, Andy, why are you so excited? Why are you so happy? Are you happy that she has a new man? Are you happy that she's in a relationship? Or are you happy because she is bringing the tea and the drama to the show for next season? Because everyone is saying season 13 was a dud. So what do you guys think about that situation? Why was Andy so excited? Lord have mercy. But we all know that Andy seems to favor Porsha a lot, and he really likes Porsha. And I think he built a lot with Porsha when Porsha really first came on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I think he likes her growth. I think he just likes her point blank period. And she gonna bring it whether or not. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And also, I was like, Andy, you that excited? Like, Lord have mercy. And then T.S. Madison asked Andy, I think Porsha being in love after 30 days, come on. And Andy says, I think Porsha loves being in love. So basically, Andy is saying that Porsha just loves to be in love. You know, some people have that chronic illness, that chronic disease where they just love being in love in the beginning, having the butterflies. And then after, you know, time happens, they end up moving on, or they in love no more. But Andy basically says that he feels like Porsha loves being in love. Lord have mercy. Some people say that Porsha just love being on her back. But in any event, it is what it is. So Andy also says that sometimes Porsha just get carried away in a moment. So what is he saying? She gets carried away with her feelings. She get carried away with a feeling. She get carried away and not realizing the effects of the situation. But the moment is what Porsha lives for, is that moment. But Andy says Porsha gets carried away in the moment. Basically, is he saying that she's not too bright? But in any event, that is what it is. So you guys let me know how you feel about that situation. Carried away in a moment. Ooh, was that shade, or was that just like, you know, she's just good for TV? She gets carried away in her feelings. She gets carried away in what she thinks and what she believes, and she go head over heels in whatever that might be, because it's just a moment, or it might not even last because it's just a moment. And then T.S. Madison said, well, you're going to have Porsha introduce us to Fallon, then you end up with her husband. And Andy said he's finding out everything like everyone else is. He's being very tight-lipped about the situation. Andy is feeling a certain type of way, baby. For real, for real. And T.S. Madison asked Andy, did he cook up this love affair? Did he cook up this relationship? And Andy said he do not cook up anything that has to do with affairs with people. With people and, couples and relationships. He don't cook any of that up. I was like, okay, Andy. And then TX Madison asks Andy, what would you think if the shoe was on the other feet and you were in the situation of Fallon? And basically Andy says, we do not know all the specifics of the situation.
For yourself.
So Andy's basically saying, we don't know. We don't know everything. We don't know how everything went down. We don't know the logistics. We don't know how Simon was feeling. How was his marriage with, Fallon? Did they have an agreement? Did they separate? Whatever the case is. So Andy's basically saying, we don't know the facts. So we really can't give our opinion on the situation. And that's why he is being tight-lipped until he can find out the situation. And Andy says, we are going to basically get the facts of the situation. He tells T.S. Madison, because we need to get the facts. We need to know the facts. And T.X. Madison asks Andy, so how are we going to do that, Andy? How are you going to roll this out? And Andy says, we are only going to go as far as we can see, but we're definitely going to get the facts from Porsha. So Andy is saying we're only going to go as far as we can see, as far as what they can film, as far as what can be recorded, as far as what has been recorded and dates and times. So I believe that Bravo is working on a series with Porsha and her situation with Simon, the engagement, and they're going to throw in her activism in that too as well. But it's mainly gonna, probably focus on Porsha and her engagement and how she got to that moment of the engagement, and explain, and also have Porsha explain, filming with Fallon, what happened with Fallon, how their relationship was, whether there was a relationship or no, or it was just being co-workers. So we're gonna get down to the bottom. I was like, it is going down with this situation. Lord have mercy. It is getting good. So it seems like Andy is actually saying that yes, they're going to get the information, and they are going to get the information from the beginning and get all the facts. And he said, as far as we could see, as far as the cameras can go, and documentation of their relationship. And then T.S. Madison asks Andy, how can you be in love after 30 days? And Andy said that is a question that we are going to be asking. So basically, Andy said they're going to be asking questions. They're going to be doing a little Bravo investigation on a situation and get all their ducks in a row, because they got to make sure they don't make Porsha look like she's a homewrecker, and things of that nature. Because one thing they don't want is to have the public hate her, have the public have their opinion on Porsha. But once the facts get out there, because Andy's basically saying that he wants to get all the facts before anybody can judge the situation, and it's going to be documented, and we're going to be asking her these questions of how it began and how it started, and they're going to probably put it in chronological order so everybody can get a feel and an understanding of Porscha's relationship with Simon, and then Simon's marriage with Fallon, when it totally ended. Were they living together at the same time? Were they in separate houses? Things of that nature. So it's actually, I believe that it's going to be a nice little series on Porsha. And the rumor mill out on the street is, if everything goes well with Porsha and her doing this documentary and also filming about her life and her new relationship and her new engagement with Simon, she might end up getting a spinoff, because you guys know that the ratings for season 13 really wasn't that good, and even the reunion ratings were not good at all. So in any event, I believe they are working on a situation for Porsha, and Porsha got all her ducks in a row and all her I's dotted and her T's crossed, baby. She is ready. And Andy is in full support of the situation, and he wants to get all the tea for himself.
For yourself.
So we gonna see what happens.
I actually work for Bravo.
Documented, and he said we are only going to go as far as we can see, because he doesn't want any shady, non-existing, fraudulent information, because it can backfire, especially if they're making Fallon look like the villain, or if they make Simon look like the villain, because they could probably, decline or not want to be a part of the Bravo experience. So that's going to be a situation. So we're going to see how all this pans out. So Andy is working on Porsha. He's working on getting all the information out, and he's going to make sure Porsha is in the best light. This is why he has not said anything negative about the situation. He has not judged the situation, because he doesn't want the people to turn totally against Porsha, because Porsha has been a fan favorite for a while now. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. Peace and love, baby.